Are you happy and content in your life right now? Most of us would say yes, but, and then fill in the blanks. We all, for the most part, are relatively happy and content in our life, but we also all have fallen for the lie. Social psychology, that's hard to say. Social psychology in research has shown over and over again that we all feel like, in general, if we just had a little bit more money, if we just had one step up in the career ladder, if we just had one more vacation a year, if we just had a lower number on the scale, like we have these tangible little variables in our life that we feel like when we get there, we will have arrived and we will be happy and content. And I'm going to tell you, research shows, and my experience as a counselor for almost 30 years, I've seen this over and over again. And also, I'm not immune. I've seen it in my life too. That when a person gets to that number on the scale, the number that they, how many minutes they can run a mile goal, their salary or career goals, there is a momentary celebration and happiness, a little bit of a euphoria, sense of accomplishment. And then very quickly afterwards, that becomes the new baseline. And in order to be content or happy, the next level needs to be met. It's just the truth. I've seen it over and over again. And I bet you if you're reflecting honestly on your life and where you're at, you would agree with that. And I was walking my little dog, my little rescue dog, Minnie. You might have seen her in the background. She's not there now. She's at my feet. But I take her out for walks all the time. And I was reflecting on this topic and like, can we be content in our lives as it is right now? Can we, as humans, be that way? And if we can, wow, that seems groundbreaking. That seems wonderful. Like anything that comes our way after that is just sort of icing on the cake. But can we be fully content and happy in our lives right now, consistently? And I was reflecting on that and when I was walking Minnie, and she was like such an example of all of this. I have like a 6 foot leash for her. She's a little dog, so that's quite a bit of space, around me. The radius is pretty good all the way around. And she always wants to be 8 inches further, right? Like she has this whole circle to explore that is constantly moving and changing, but she is always pressing. Her nose is always to the ground and she wants to smell just farther. She can't wait to get there. But once we're there, 8, 12 inches out, she wants to be 8 and 12 inches further. This is never enough for her. And I say to her, just enjoy where you're at. Just enjoy where you're at. Now, it would be different if I plunked down and she was in the same circle for an hour. I could see how her nose would want to have new smells. But literally, I'm walking and she can never get enough. She always wants to be ahead. And I'm like, that is exactly what we do. That is exactly what we do. And can we learn to enjoy the circle that we're in? Can we experience everything that we have within our circle and be grateful and satisfied with that? And I think the answer is yes. Is yes, because the key is to recognize the lie of a little bit further, just a little bit further, because it really is never enough. I've worked with depressed people who feel like when they reach a certain level of athletic ability or fame or job title, position, or salary, money they make every year, that they will be happy. And repeatedly, I have seen that they always want just a little more, just like my little dog at the end of her leash. And I've worked with a lot of eating disordered individuals who always seem to pick a number on the scale. If they could just be this number on the scale, that would be enough for them. And when they get there, it is not. It is not. Now they need a buffer because what if they have an off day and they want to be able to stay under that number? Not healthy, not right. But I'm saying it's a way that we think, and it is a lie. And when we recognize it for a lie, because the truth is, if you cannot be happy and content in the circle that you are living in now, you will not be happy and content 12 inches further out, or, whatever goal you think is going to make you happy. Happiness lives inside of us at a deeper level, at a deeper purpose, meaning, fulfillment level. Than any of the other variables that are going on. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't problems in life that contribute to our unhappiness and our uncomfortableness. There are. And when those resolve, we do feel happier. That's a different topic. And, I definitely have had those in my life, health issues or other things that once resolved, yeah, I'm more content and happy. That's a different issue than just living your life day to day. So, this is what I have done in my life. I'm still learning as I go. Recent empty nester, as you all know, semi-retired. I'm trying to be the best version of myself that I can, and that is also sharing some of my thoughts with you and learning from you. But I would love to know, what are some of the variables that you've identified in your life that you feel like if you just had this, just had that, would make you happy? And have you considered that it might be a lie? Yes or no? Like, I'm willing to engage in that conversation with you, even if you think it's not a lie. Tell me why. Tell me how in the past you've reached those things. And then if you actually reach it, I would love to hear back from you and see if it really did bring the sense of fulfillment and peace and happiness you expected long term. I would love that. It takes more of a mindfulness. That's all. There isn't a big therapy trick when it comes to resolving this. It's bringing into your conscious awareness that we all fall for this trick, this thinking type of lie, and what variables have we pinned our happiness on, and identifying it, bring it into awareness, which takes away the power that it has, and choosing happiness now, choosing contentment now is so important, so that when other things come along, little bonuses, little this, little that, it adds to the spark of life, but our contentment foundation is always the same. All right, I hope that makes sense to you. I'd love to hear your experiences with all this. Thank you so much for listening to my words, and go enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.